The following stream contains mature content and subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Chicago Hidden City. I'm Junie Van Esch, your storyteller, where pretty much the battle count is going somewhere and the pints matter only because of hunger. So, Spotter, can you take us in?
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Antera, and I'll be playing Spotter the Nosferatu tonight.
Hey, everybody. I'm Mama McStabber, and I am playing Dr. Taylor Hammond of Clan Bruja.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ree, and I will be playing Kajai of Clan La Sombra.
Hello, everyone. I'm John Leviar, and I will be playing Dr. Magnus Sanchez of Clan Gangrel.
Hey, everyone. I'm Glaciate, and I'll be playing Bastion of the Clan Toreador.
And hi, I'm Maddox, and I'll be playing Dr. Theodore Smith, Clan Tremere.
Well, this country has done a lot in the past. Oh, gosh. 8 episodes. Wow. Jackson is actually on the throne now, and people are making moves. Good, bad, it's Chicago. Leave your own way in going about that. But tonight we're going to start off with Taylor. Where are you headed? Anywhere in particular, or just kind of doing your thing?
I'd say she's probably, at this point, she's leaving the university because she's just finished the last of her grading for the term and submitted the grades to the academic advisors so that they can evaluate who has enough credits for graduation and all that kind of shit. So she's now done for the term. And she's probably just walking out, getting ready to go to the bus stop to go to the L.
On your way there, a bike. And we're talking a nice Harley, really, really, almost customized. And it's Mark kind of giving you a little honk going, want to ride?
My goodness. Hey, stranger. Sure, I'd love a ride.
I'm sorry. Should I turn around and get out and say, my lady, and give you a bow? And he will actually kind of halfway go off of it and kind of bow to you.
Don't ever do that.
I'm not good at it, so of course. I thought I'd at least do it once. Why not?
Ass.
You want to ride?
Yeah, I'd love one.
Where you want to go? Anywhere in particular, or can I just take you anywhere?
Surprise me.
Why don't you never say that to me?
I'm not afraid. And then she gets on the back of the bike.
He just laughs and goes, I never thought you ever would be. And he takes off. It doesn't take long. And forgive me, we're doing this in spontaneous moments. So Junie has to try and remember the whole thing of where I'm going to take you. Why? Because it's a thing. Beautiful place, and it's right by where I live, ironically enough. But it's a wonderful what's the place that what's the name for a place that we take flowers? It's not a
botanical garden.
Thank you. because Junie doesn't remember words.
No, I get, but I'm
apparently.
trying to think, okay, where would be a place that's not a florist? It's going to be a botanical garden.
Thank you.
Hey, baby, you want to go with me to the florist?
He takes you to a planter on the side of the road.
No, listen here. So actually, when you say take me, I'm not afraid of going anywhere. I put a link to you in our Zoom chat.
Mhm.
I will put that into the thing here for people to see. He will take you there.
Oh, nice.
And when he parks, it's, people have already left for the evening.
Mhm.
So it seems like it's only going to be you two. But ironically enough, you see a bike right next to where he parks. And he goes, I'm going to offer you a choice. We can go here because I'm aware of certain things and I know how much you like gardens, or I can teach you how to ride.
She looks like she's actually pondering. Says, well, I've been here before. Teach me how to ride.
Okay, you asked for it. So he will help you off the bike because, gentlemen, and he will actually go over to the other bike, pop open the seat, give you a helmet, and say, the mic's inside so we can talk while going through because wind's a bit.
Yeah.
Because Chicago.
All right.
And he will first get you onto the bike, show you how to start it, and say, let me see how you balance.
And she will show him. What do I need to roll?
That's going to be a death and axes roll.
Death and axes roll. It might help if I actually have my sheet up. Hang on.
The sheets are things that have points.
I'm just like,
and
we're going to
things
wing it. I haven't had to roll much. All right. So I am going to surge.
I mean, if you're not searching, are you playing vampire?
Absolutely not.
Exactly.
I get just a little bit hungrier,
That's fine.
but that's okay. I went from 0 to 1.
Oh, no. What are you going to do?
I've been 0 hunger all this time. Okay. So that's 5 successes. Not a crit. Almost a crit, but not a crit.
You're balancing this like as if it was made for you, or almost like somebody custom made the bike just for you, but you're handling this like a pro. Like you.
And
were
she just
born
kind of
for
looks at him and
this.
says, it's very similar to mounting a horse.
He nods. Yeah, now you get it. Now, do you want to do the baby trails or you want to do the big kid stuff? I don't know where your fortitude is, so I don't want to insult, but at the same time, I want to give you a ride that you're not going to forget.
Fuck it, let's go for it.
LSD it is. Okay, I'm down for this. So he will get onto his bike. He'll put the helmet on.
Mm-hmm.
You will be able to hear him in your earpiece. And he'll just say, give me a test to make sure that I can hear you.
And she does.
Perfect. And he will back out slowly and he will make sure that you're next to him. And then he's going to take you not just off, but he's taking you full on LSD into highway.
Awesome.
And he'll go, so I heard, and this is as they're driving, and he will watch to make sure you're doing
that
well.
I'm okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so and he says, so I heard you did something.
And like what? I do many things.
No. You did something. Come on, don't lie. You did it, didn't you?
Did what?
Oh, I don't know. Peterson's missing somewhere, and all of a sudden Jackson's in tow.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Your coterie did it, didn't they?
Yeah.
And so where does that leave us? Now you're free.
Well, what do you mean?
Come on. Must I court you properly, or are you a woman of adventurous fashion that you can gently assume a man's intention?
Oh, I can assume your intentions all day long.
I know. But I guess, how does one court such a woman as you, even though, let's just say, I would not turn around and bring you flowers every day? I mean, maybe a rose, because it's cute and it's nice, but you don't need the whole grandery. You're a woman of, I want to turn around and jump off of an airplane. Am I wrong?
No, you're not.
Okay. I mean, I could bring some airplanes to your apartment, but I don't think
No,
your neighbors would like that.
No.
Maybe a helicopter and rappel off of it. That's for a different day altogether.
But well, I mean, who's going to be the anarch to represent your interests in the court?
That's a good question. There are two in contention right now for that. I'm just an ambassador. I don't do courts.
Imagine that.
I don't know why. Kind of aimlessly looks around and you can see his helmet moving as he's just like being slightly coy. You got Anita and you got Mel Davis.
Yeah. Honestly.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. And that's it. That's who's in contention for it. Because Anita's going to be busy. Anita is busy. Shit.
Anita's always busy.
Right. She ain't got time for that shit.
I'm running between the barons to find out what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
As mentioned, it's not like people can turn around and pick up a phone and call. 2i always turns around and listens to any wireless communication.
Oh, of course.
And we always assume that something's tapped.
Of course.
So I'm the one running around because who else is going to do it? Mel Davis isn't bad. She's a kid, but at the same time, she's got her head on her shoulder. She's got a couple good teachers. Plus, don't you have a Tremere in your group?
Yes, we do.
Aren't they not in communication?
I believe that there may be some things that Mal Davis is going to be involved in that may take her time. I don't have details, so I can't give you details. But so, God. Okay.
I mean, I can turn around and pull out and see if I can get wrong phrase.
I mean,
hey,
you sure you want to?
Yeah, look, I haven't even gotten in yet, so I can't even pull out in that way. So we're going to put it that way. There you go. Yeah. Hi, I don't know how to speak to women. How are you? Self-deprecating humor. I heard that was good.
It's great. It's authentic. Good. I appreciate it.
Trust me, 100% authentic, 100% of the time. What can I say? I leave the bullshit smoke to the other people because I don't have time for that.
Excellent. I don't have the patience for it.
Yeah, I don't think you do. You're pretty much a matter of fact.
Yeah.
You might want to take a left over here.
She does.
And he's riding in there. You've gone off the highway now and you're going more into like the upper. It's a nice neighborhood. It's still in Chicago, but it's more woodsy, kind of nice. But it's a lot of zigzags. So it's a lot of adventurous turns and you never know if a car is going to come around. So a little bit of the edgy stuff, but not too edgy. And he'll go, well, is there anyone that you recommend that you think would be best? I mean, I think they've got, 5 seats, 10 seats? I don't know. Jackson's a little iffy on the numbers right now when he's letting communication come out.
Yeah. I'll talk to him about it, see what he plans to do.
I know Joe, what's his face? Down in Joliet, he's got a seat, maybe a seat or two. He's bringing 2 representatives.
Okay. And I know Sorsha, she's probably going to be putting in some.
That Assamite? You got her?
Yeah, I'm good.
Shit.
I'm good.
Sweetie, I never thought you weren't good. I know you're excellent at what you do. I just didn't realize that you had made that connection.
Oh, yeah.
look,
Please, I've got a place to stay there anytime I want it. I'm that good.
how the fuck did you do that?
Magic.
No. Magic is what you did with Edith and a whole bunch of other people down in Chicago, okay? I wasn't aware that you actually went into Schaumburg.
Yeah.
All I heard of there was a big explosion.
Yeah, that was part of my group. Mm-hmm.
Oh, so the Boom Boom Brothers happened.
Oh, yes.
Okay, good to know.
And the rest of us talked with Sorsha and her people.
Oh, wait, who talked to Sorsha?
I did.
With you? Well, I know you.
It was myself and Spotter and Dr. Smith.
Oh, okay. Oh, this is all putting a big picture. Okay, thank you. We were trying to figure out who the hell would actually have the cojones to go into Schaumburg and explode things.
Well, yes. I mean, considering we have sect war vets in our group.
I'm aware of this. But at the same point, I wasn't sure to the extension of who would turn around and explode things. I'm gonna say the Lysander was pretty much the one who did a lot of damage.
Oh, I'm sure, but do not discount the other two that were with him.
Oh, no. The Rose has a reputation, and the other one is a gang roll. I don't have to say more on that.
Exactly.
Good to know. Oh my God. Wow. Well, that's a thing. Take a right over here and watch out the curve. Cool. And he will make sure that he's going right there. You see that little ledge over there?
Yeah.
It's right off against the lake.
Yeah.
Really nice, pretty place for just, a chill section.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pull over there.
She does.
And when you pull over, you see it's a nice blanket and a couple of candles, and they're put into like these cones so the wind doesn't blow. And there's one rose on there. And he goes, "Why'd you have a seat?"
She takes off the helmet, puts it back in the seat of the bike. Goes, has a seat.
And there are several books of philosophy. And he goes, "Have you read these?" And he'll sit down with you. And they're ancient Greek, several older philosophers that have been lost to antiquity. And they're women philosophers before Plato, Socrates, and others such that have written them out of existence. And he'll sit down, just relax, kind of like that cool guy with one knee up, one knee down, lean back a little bit, kind of like a James D pose. And he'll just sit back and watch you see thumb through the books. So give me an intelligence and insight check on the books.
All right.
Now, I don't have a list yet because Junie is
Of course not. We will wing it. It's fine.
We always do.
Yes, we will wing it.
I just don't remember. I'm making a note for myself, though.
It's 5 with a crit.
These are new. These are one you have not read. However, 5 with a crit, from the times that they are speaking about is before Plato's, before the big, huge movement of philosophers. And as you read a couple of pages here and there, you see what has been stolen from them by the greats. They said it first. And if you look at the times and when these were written, it was turn of the century. And it has his original name on it. These are first editions.
And Mark wrote these.
And Mark wrote them. He goes, "Thelma, you want that on your collection?" I got the scripts from, shall we say, a very dear friend of mine who passed on. Thought you might want to use them.
She just looks at him for a moment. You do know how to surprise me, Mr. Levesque.
I do who I can for such a lady that has such an adventurous past.
I will treasure these.
I would hope so, and I appreciate that because tenuous times, I like to, shall we say, give things I know that people will value. and maybe pass on to their students.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Would you like something to drink?
Absolutely.
And he will somehow, somewhere, pull part of the blanket back and pull out what looks like a red bottle of wine, which we all know some people can't drink, but maybe being imbued with some kind of other liquid. And he will pour that into a wine and offer you a glass.
And she'll
How
take a
about you in the
sip to see
future?
if she can actually drink it.
You can drink it
Mm.
because Junie is making things easy and fun, because why not? And he'll offer his and say, to a new future.
Absolutely.
And he'll drink and go, so, Anarchs.
Yeah,
I know we got to talk about that.
we do.
What do you want to know? Let's get on a good page.
Yeah.
Breathe. It's fine.
Gary.
Never knew him. I know you're talking about the place, but it's a name. I had to throw a
I
little thing
know.
out there. Which one are we talking about? Modius, Joker, or Maxwell?
Maxwell.
Why do I have a feeling we're going to be singing that song again?
Well, considering his pet decided to wreak havoc on Nosferatu warrens.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And
how is
then
everyone?
make a scene in the streets.
Heard about that one. Mm-hmm.
I'm sure Maxwell will try to disavow it.
Oh, he's already gone. He hid.
Yeah, I hear he's hiding in Gary.
In, around. I can't find our connection in Gary.
Really?
Yeah. Juggler's somewhere. We can't find him.
Modius gone too?
Modius, from what I understand, was never in communications with anyone, but we've sent people to look for him.
Yeah,
Not
that's
good.
convenient. He's cleaning up his fucking mess.
I'm not surprised. Do you want
Okay.
in?
I'm going to have to get in at some point.
Where do you want to get in?
If we can find out where the fuck he's hiding. Right at the front
All right.
door.
He pulls out a little notepad from the back pocket, flips it over, and makes a note. All right. What I'm going to do is I will turn around and talk to Anita, maybe Juggler Sire, see where we can find things. Give me about 2 weeks.
Not a problem. Take your time.
Oh, for Maxwell? Knowing what your coterie did for Jackson, do you think I want to sit on this?
No, I think you want to continue to impress me.
Oh, well, my lady, if this isn't enough of an impression, then I'm sorry. I'm not doing it right.
I'm just teasing you.
I might as well just wait for the sun to come and take me now. If I haven't done it now, seriously, let me know.
No,
but no,
you have. You have.
I know that you guys don't sit on things
No.
long. Period.
No.
Why would
we only sit on it long enough to make sure we know what we're going after.
So why would I sit around with this idea and notion? I want this taken care of, and I'm not saying that. I mean, whatever you guys to take care of a situation, but at the same time, if you guys can get some information in and we can take care of this,
yeah,
why not do it?
Exactly. So, yeah, had he just been, mechanizing to try to take Praxis, that would have been well and fine.
Yeah, but bringing the abomination in?
Bringing the abomination in, destroying a number of fucking Nosferatu in the process. That's not how you come into Chicago. Because let's be real, it doesn't matter whose ass sits on the throne in Chicago. It's Nos that run this place.
Oh, 1,000%. Why do you think I try not to piss them off?
Exactly.
Not to mention, I mean, you've got one in your group.
Of course. And I'm
sorry.
friends with others.
Hands
you should see. And she actually flips her hair and shows her back. See? Friends with others.
Nice, Tad. Where'd you get it?
Edith.
Oh, yeah, she does do Tad.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting about that. I always kind of sit down, we talk, and then we keep talking, and then we forget about other things.
Yeah.
And then we just keep talking and talking and talking. She's a talker. I can't help it.
I know
Especially when
she
gets
is.
son.
But she's also a very good listener.
She is at that. But, oh my, wow. Okay, now, wait. Can I get a picture of that? Do you mind?
She twists her hair over her shoulder and turns around and says, go ahead.
And he will take the picture. He'll take his phone, take a picture. Awesome. You know, it's weird. I saw this one time. I don't remember where. He kind of examines it and he looks at your back and it's jogging a memory. Let me think on this. I'll let you know next time. He kind of folds the thing, but you see this puzzled kind of, his memory's being jogged on something. He just can't, it's right there on the tip of his tongue and he can't really spit it out just yet, but he's working on it. He's like, well, I understand how important that the clan is to them. And I understand how important they are to the city, hands down. I mean, best network they have. But at the same point, man, the shit that they get kicked under, it's kind of crappy. And for them to get hit like that.
Yeah, that's not how you come into Chicago.
No, even Capone's better than that. And he's a fucking dirtbag. I would never do any of that shit. Why? It's not worth it. The cost is too great.
Indeed.
Not
And
to
it is
mention-
going to cost Maxwell his entire fucking existence.
Oh, I hope so. The bitch deserves to die. He's the worst of us all. He makes the clan look bad.
He does.
I mean, yeah, sure. He held it. Whoopee. But after he turned around and blew off and went to go for some fucking war and Loden took it over. Seriously, what did he do
And
for
Loden
us?
was a fucking coward because he should have ended Maxwell instead of exiling him.
Yeah, which I wonder and I hope Jackson does something similar to Peterson, as in to make sure he doesn't continue, as opposed to what happened to Loden and Maxwell.
Mark,
Yes.
I am advising Kevin.
Shut the fuck up. Seriously.
Who better to
How the
teach?
fuck?
Who better to teach him how to rule in hostile territory?
Kind of backs off, putting his hands up like, fair? He would never argue that point? Okay. You're right. Consider me overly impressed. I would never question your judgment in hostile territory. Yes, I read the biography, the right one, apparently.
Even the last chapter of that one was a lot of hearsay and secondhand information. It wasn't accurate, but up till then, it was really well done. But
Like I said,
yeah,
the right one.
yeah. But truly, trust Peterson will never be a problem again.
That's good to hear. That's what. May I say that to those that I am affiliated with, that he will no longer be a problem.
You can say he'll no longer be a problem.
I will not say anything more than that. If they deduce or if they decide to say something different, it was not from me.
Understood.
I will simply say
Kevin
he's
is
no
not
longer
weak.
a problem. I didn't think he was. I mean, he's a little softy, but at the same time,
He's just young. He's not weak.
that's fair. I'll give you that.
And he
And
is
you're advising
teachable.
them.
That's the important part.
Okay. All right.
Because I am not telling him what to do. I'm making him think.
All right. I know what I'm going to say to them. Trust me, it'll be good.
Good.
And I won't let, shall we say, I won't have people read between the lines. If they make the assumptions, they make the assumptions. That's not on me.
Yeah.
Cool.
But no, he's not a problem anymore.
All right. I'll give me 2 weeks. We'll find out some information on Maxwell and I'll report back to you on that one. But do you want to hang out here for a bit more or do you want to go riding?
She looks out, looks to the wine, looks to him. Let's hang out here.
Oh, by the way.
Yeah.
That's your bike now.
Thank you.
You'll find your license in the glove compartment. I may or may not know a person that could figure out IDs.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And as Dr. Taylor continues on with her lovely and wonderful date with Mark, we're going to go to Theo. Where are you? And who are you meeting up with somebody or is somebody finding you? Tell me what I'm doing. Please and thank you.
This time around, it's going back to the first place that we met together. Mm-hmm. So that I think you said it was like a half cafe, half bookstore sort of place or something like that. I don't remember exactly.
It was a tea shop.
Tea shop. Okay. Then it's just going back to that. Probably even the same table as last time.
No,
somewhere that's easy to converse.
She will be sitting there having some tea. A teacup will be ready for you. And she's actually flipping through a old book and just waiting for you.
Set my doctor's bag on the side and sit down. Hi, Tracy.
How are you?
I'm all right.
You seem a lot more loose. Is Chicago wearing on you?
No, weird spiritual journeys are wearing on me. Chicago just happened to be where it happened. I can tell you more at a later date.
I mean, if you want prying eyes here.
I've got a couple small things to bring to your attention, and then also a question, but I want to save that for last.
Sure. Shoot. Not literally, please.
Firstly, one of my revenants told me a little while back that Abraham had come calling.
Oh, God.
I was apparently fortunate enough to miss him.
As you should.
But I felt it was something to know.
Look, when Abraham comes calling, he's either wanting one of two things, information, or he's going to tell you to do something.
I mean, he can try, but he's not my superior.
True, he will pull what he was in the chantry.
Yes, what he was. He seems to forget how our clan works.
Oh, from your lips to God's ears.
Well, that's just a small thing to keep in mind.
So he's running around. Got you. Okay.
And knows that I have mortals living with me. I'm sure he just assumed that she was a ghoul, but I wasn't there to answer the door. Someone did.
I mean, one should never answer the door unless you know who's coming.
They're not stupid, I promise you.
No.
They have things well in hand.
Oh, no. I'm saying that you should never open the door unless you know who's coming. That's the only way I ever open up the doors because I know people are coming. If they don't, then they meet my servants. Why would I turn around and open up a door to somebody that I don't know, especially Abraham?
But I don't think he recognized what they actually are.
Because he's blind and stupid. Sorry, I'm being blunt.
Not incorrect, though.
Of course not. I've lived with the man. Well, not lived with him, but I've put up with him for quite some time. He was a favorite from our sire. Not exactly someone I'd like to turn around and consider a broodmate, but I have no choice at this moment.
All right, next small point.
Go on.
You heard what happened to Victor, right?
I've heard several things that have happened to Victor.
Do you happen to know where he lived or laid his head? I just feel that any tools or equipment or resources he might have left behind might be useful to collect for the clan, of course.
I would think nothing else but the clan. She winks.
Gives us a subtle grin back. And I'd heard through an odd small rumor in some footnote of some journal that he had developed an odd little ritual.
Which odd little ritual?
Something about turning appendages to blades. I haven't heard more than that. It just seems interesting. Like I said, I'd have to go looking, but I need to know where he was in order to do that.
He owned several places. I was only partial to one.
It's still more information than I have.
Yeah, it was up on the north side, I believe. I think Ravenswood. He had a thing for birds at times. I never understood why. Which maybe because he wanted to fly away from things. Who knows? Sorry, I may or may not have a slight colorful idea of who he was as a person.
If I've met him, it was probably only in passing. I don't even remember him all that well.
Yeah,
I just heard
nothing to
many
remember.
awful rumors.
There were so many rumors and so many of them were true. He just said, oh, well, if you didn't hear it from my lips, then apparently it's not the thing to ever know about him. Pretentious, pompous asshole.
Well, that gets the small things out of the way.
Oh, are we going for big things now?
Yes. I didn't have many points. I just felt the points that I did have were still necessary. Secondly, I'm having trouble coming up with a suitable answer to something that Mel Davis asked me.
Okay. What did she ask you?
What should be done about Abraham, or what I would do about Abraham? The problem lies in the fact that Mel Davis is painfully humane.
Yes, she is.
And so any advice I feel I would actually give her would fall on ears still tainted by things like morals. And if she wants actual revenge, she can't let that hold her back. But she says she doesn't want him to suffer. She wants him to be redeemed. And frankly, I don't see a scrap of remorse or redemptive material within him from what I've observed.
All true and valid. Rodelia is such a sweet girl, but at the same time, what was happened when she was created was cruel and horrible. Unfortunately, it didn't diminish her humanity. She's always been around people that have been, shall we say, of higher humanity than us.
Anarchs.
As much as they have a bleeding heart, they still are more human than some of us put together. Ironically enough. What she wants from you, or at least the question she's asking you, what she's seeking for, is what you would do. What would you do in her place? Can you put yourself in her place? Put yourself into her shoes.
But I don't think I would have as difficult a decision as she seems to have.
Do you remember when you were human? I don't mean personally human, but human. Did you ever had any connection to your family? True connection. Real connection. You die for those people, is what I'm referring to.
There was one.
Now imagine you hero worship that man as a child, or hero worship that person as a child. And when you finally meet them as an adult, you've met your hero, and your hero pins you to a wall, drains your life, leaves you to die. And you hope that your entire life of worshiping that person hasn't been gone to waste. Can you put yourself in the shoes then with that kind of humanity?
Yes, but I tend to be a bit spiteful when someone does something to me.
True, as many of us would.
So
One of us.
very true. I suppose it's more, I don't know what sort of answer I should give, because anything I feel I would answer to her will just upset her more.
Be honest. Don't
Diablerize the fucker.
You look at it from the standpoint of be honest with her. Tell her the truth of what you think and feel. It's the only way we could turn around and establish true relationship with her. Look, I told her to diablerize the fucker. Move on. Take the power, make it yours, and do what you need to.
That is the way that she can guarantee that all of her suffering doesn't go to waste, because the power goes directly back to her.
True. On top of that, she might have to turn around and fight his beast when she does it. But at the same point, she's taking the power back on her.
All right. The next time I speak with her, I'll simply be honest. I'm just not good at relating to younger kindred.
Don't think of her as younger. Treat her just like anyone. Just treat her like you would treat anyone else, like you treat me. Yes, she's young. I understand that. But at the same time, same thing. If she takes his power, she's going to be on the same level as I am. I'm not upset by that. She'll be the same generation as I am. I think she's a generation lower than you right now. But you look at it from the standpoint of she's going to be my generation, which means even though she's younger, she's going to be more powerful than you.
And for those like us, Tracy, let's be fair. We don't really pay attention to generation, since many Tremere can change that.
True. But I'm putting this on a power scale level that many understand and sometimes forget. We forget that age is what defines us. Not really at times.
It also doesn't always equate to power.
True. But can you imagine what she can do with it when she develops it? When she develops it, a caitiff with that kind of blood sorcery, who's an anarch.
Too many dangerous things in one package.
So what do we do?
Treat her like a saint. The Camarilla is not so bad.
I would say treat her like an equal. Show her she's got value. Show her she's value within the cam. I know you've got some kind of sweet talking words at some point. You are a gentleman, are you not?
Never really was that kind of person. Not necessarily not a gentleman, just not persuasive.
Okay, then maybe you should bring one of your coterie members with you too. I mean, you've got Dr. Hammond, you've got Bastion. Hell, he's a fucking rose.
Bastion's an odd rose.
From what I heard, he's a sniper. That's not a bad thing at all. And he's a rose. He can sweet talk anyone, literally, I hope.
I was worried when I first was told I was going to be a part of a coterie, that I was going to be surrounded by a bunch of meatheads. And even the ones that are more physically inclined, both are quite clever. It's refreshing. Usually those who fight don't tend to be smart, at least the ones I've met.
Look, you got a Primogen in your group now. From what I heard, he's starting to wheel and deal all over the place.
Wouldn't you if you were a Primogen?
Let's just put it this way. I've heard more about his business in the past week than I have heard since he came into the city.
It's going to be interesting. I'm excited.
I would ask you how to define interesting, only because I want to hear the way that you're defining this.
Catastrophically hilarious.
Oh, good. Because I'm looking at this going, I want to play the Benny Hill music, get some popcorn, and sit around and watch this happen.
At least we know he can defend himself.
Oh, I mean, you're not wrong.
It's a fool who attacks a Lasombra thinking it'll be an easy battle.
Oh, absolutely. And plus, the boons I've heard that he has racked up by teaching people how to fight. Dear Lord. If it's not dollar bill y'all with boons, I don't know what it is.
Maybe we need to help him establish a dojo.
That's an idea. And what if we do it in Tremere territory to quote unquote keep an eye on his dojo to help him out?
I'll pitch the idea to him. He's going to be teaching me some knife fighting techniques to help me brush up.
Brush up? You don't do knives very well, do you?
The most I have done with knives is the occasional bit of self-defense and then a scalpel, which aren't exactly the same thing. I know how to hold a knife and not cut myself, and that's about it.
Right. So do not do the dodge a car and dodge a ball reference. Understood. I do hold plenty of real estate in Chinatown that I may or may not have acquired after the fall because, well, people just kept leaving right and left. I'm sure we can have, or we do have, a place that would be suitable for a dojo if he so wants it.
My private practice is also within the territory, and so we could set it up there. So if any injuries ever happen there,
right next door,
it's a simple matter to get them somewhere for treatment.
And who's to say that the Tremere aren't here to help?
Because we always have been and always will be.
Of course. And they call us usurpers. How silly of them.
And internally, Tracy and I are both like, we're lying out our fucking teeth.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, I think of it this way. This is an opportunity and a blessing. Because not only can we help the Lasombra, because I'm sure they're going to be more and more coming in, but we could turn around and I do have some places that may or may not need, tenants if they so require, depending on where their territories are, where their hunting territory is.
Oh, I said I was only going to ask you for 2 small things and a big thing, but I remembered one last small thing.
Okay.
I am in the market for a ghoul.
Wow.
Not one tied to my revenants. They serve specific functions, and I don't need to be sending them out for errands, not certain errands.
What kind of certain errands are we looking at?
Just, I feel somewhat protective. They're a rare thing, and I have so many of them with me. So I don't want to send them out to places where they could be disrupted or attacked.
Do you have a preference?
Hopefully someone smart, but a separate skill set from my own would be nice. And also someone who maybe doesn't mind researching on occasion. Any extra eyes on books tends to be helpful. I'm sure you understand that. Okay,
so you want a bookworm, not a streetwise person, is pretty much what I'm asking you.
Yes. But
bookworm.
someone who's not a bookworm like me, not medically inclined, some other field.
Right, because there's so many fields that deal with books, Theo.
Fine. Chemistry.
Okay. All right. Thank you. So I'm going to look for a chemistry nerd. Got it.
And then
How
whoever you
old?
find. Is that important?
Well, would you like them in the university? Would you like them on an undergrad, grad, doctorate? Somebody who's already established in the field?
An
I have many
undergrad or
connections.
graduate should be fine.
Undergrad.
I'm kidding. Calm down.
If
Why
you
is
tell
it
me
every
to
time
come,
why is it every time I make a joke, people think that I'm not making a joke?
because you have such a dry sense of humor, we don't realize it's a joke.
Graduate level is fine. Someone who
Thank
knows
you.
their stuff.
Okay. Look, I want to make sure that I understand what you're asking me for so I can procure a goal for your needs. Sounds so wrong. Yet I know that you're going to use them in the utmost way for information and nothing else, which is...
Is this the sort of conversation that Ventru have every time they order a meal? Like, what the fuck is this?
I don't know. Look, I have never turned around and gotten an order from another Tremere, but I need a ghoul.
Well, okay, needs a strong word. A ghoul would be quite useful and helpful. But it's not something I expect to happen overnight or anything like that. I actually would hope that this would be a back burner project for when things settle down a bit more.
No, I thought that you would put Jackson on the throne so things are settling down. I love the face. The grimace is so real.
It fits quite appropriately. Maxwell's an ass.
I mean, he's always been one. He hasn't changed.
Yeah, but now he's made it my coterie's problem.
Okay, how did he make it your problem? Out of curiosity now.
He ran rampant and destroyed a section of the Nos territory in the Undercity.
Oh,
And then
that was him.
also, well, okay, the thing that listens to him. But something of a social pariah.
Oh, shit.
Spotted outside in public.
Sounds like Maxwell's making a statement.
Yes, the statement is, I need to be killed quickly. Everyone, come find me. I need to die. This is important. I must die. I am Maxwell.
He's a Bruja. What did you expect him to say?
Well, regardless, he stuck his dick in a beehive, and he's going to learn why bees are a sexually transmitted disease. So
I thought it was a hornet's nest or a wasp. But then again, people would die if they stuck their dick into that, not bees. Okay, fair enough.
But no, he's then, of course, pissed off the Nosferatu amongst my group. And I'm pretty sure that Dr. Hammond just doesn't find him appealing in a speaks bad on the name of Bruja sort of way, as far as I can understand. She seems very upset with him.
I mean, Bruja recognizes Bruja and Bruja doing stupid things. Yes, that usually requires their death. I'm not wrong. Have you ever seen Bruja and Bruja crime? I have.
Isn't that just a clan gathering?
No, that is a very vicious way of attacking somebody to the point where they're beat to death and ashed. A Bruja is a completely different thing altogether.
Do you want to hear another bit of gossip?
Absolutely.
Since this seems to be the gossip cafe at this point.
Why not?
Have you heard of one Josephine?
Oh, God, yes.
She was attacked. Yes, someone had the gall to attack.
Excuse me, I still have Lucinda in my ear. Let me get that out of my ear. You said what? She got attacked? By whom?
Fuck, storyteller. The player is blanking suddenly on that info.
Oh my God. Hold on.
Right. Thank you, John, in Zoom chat. Beautiful. Oh, not an old berry, but a new one.
Please tell me this was in public.
All right. That's information that I actively can't remember. Junie, would I be able to make a roll about that just in case? Something I could maybe try to figure out.
Yeah, the information hasn't gotten out yet. You just know she was attacked. Yeah. No, she'll just go, okay. I can work with this. What would you like happen?
I mean, sun on a pike would be useful, but
I mean, sun on a pike would be useful for everyone.
I guess just for edification, maybe you check in with her, make sure that she's got a contingency for this stuff now and stuff like that. I don't know.
That Malkavian sometimes is hard to track down and find due to her, shall we say, uniqueness. Try and pin a cloud. It doesn't really work. Hey, I've tried to do bloodstones. That bitch finds everything. And I mean that in the most reverent of ways.
Do you have a photo of her? I could probably try that.
Dude, you don't think I don't know that one?
I don't know what you know. You're Tracy Graves. You're a myth among the clan. The fact that I'm talking to you is a little bit odd.
Fair. My knowledge is greater than the myth I am. How do you think you learned about that little bitter rose ritual?
I look forward to performing it one day.
Do me a favor and let me know when you do. I love to know the results.
Oh, I'll take notes. And I have a Polaroid camera. It's great.
Even better.
Instant photos.
Of course, just make sure you destroy the evidence after I see the photos. However, I've even put bloodstones on her and she has found them. Trying to find her at times is elusive. However, if somebody did attack on her, she is not. When you do an attack on an Archon's child who's attached to Lucinda,
rather ill-advised, isn't it?
Abraham hasn't done anything that stupid. And that man is like equating to talking to a 5-year-old child.
I have experience with a certain type of Malkavian, so Josephine's different from what I'm used to.
Josephine's different from a lot of people I've been used to.
The one big speech and conversation that I was a part of with her wasn't terrible. She seemed energetic, if nothing else.
She's older than me. She's not just a veteran of the sect war. She's a veteran of 2 world wars, the Civil War, and apparently a couple of police actions and a dispute across the whole ocean. This woman's been around the whole freaking planet, shooting and killing people at the behest of her sire. But at the same point, she has her own things. She does her own thing. I don't question. I don't ask. Why? Because there's certain things I don't need to know, especially about that one.
Fair enough.
But at the same time, I will point out to hit an Archon's child for the possible right of destruction without having the prince's authority. Hi, Death. How are you?
Yeah, there seems to be a couple kindred around who just are tired of existing. I can't relate. I love existing, but
welcome to Chicago, where the bodies pile up and sometimes the hit points do matter. On top of that, your transgressions matter too. She's a daughter of an archon. Once the archon finds out, you don't think he's not going to tell Lucinda? Who thinks that we'll be coming here? We don't want that now, do we?
No, the last
Not now,
thing we
not ever.
need is Lucinda.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. She's already been here once. I dodged her up in Wisconsin. Maybe a couple of us.
Frankly, any Archon or Justicar is just not necessary. We don't need that here.
You're not wrong.
Chicago seems to be overwhelmed enough as it is.
You're not wrong. All right. I will look in. Actually, you know what? Oh, I just thought of it. You need a ghoul. Sun needs to get rid of, let's just say Sun needs to lose some assets. How about if I arrange a meeting with you with a lovely person I might know that may or may not be one of Sun's entourage that we can pull away from him and he loses assets?
I think I can do something with that.
Perfect.
And who knows, maybe they'll be good enough that they can eventually go for more than Gouldom.
Oh, there. I may or may not have my eye on this person for quite some time. I haven't been able to acquisition, but at the same time, I'm willing to be very, very humble and allow you to acquisition her to the point where you may or may not want to embrace her. How's that?
I've never
And if she caught my eye, she could get yours.
I've never had a child before. Should be interesting.
Yes. And hey, I don't mind turning around and stealing some things from Sun. He's been a dick, and it's about time I stepped on his.
I also noticed that as Chicago goes,
yes,
it's almost like a quiet hum of agitation the entire time you're here. Like it never calms down. You just get used to the low grade parts of the hectic nights.
You're not wrong. I'm waiting for that hum to, shall we say, slow down. It's all because of some stupid little piece of trinket that you guys thought and got together. We're just waiting for all of it to be put together. Quite literally. It'll be fine.
If there's anything else, please feel free to get in contact with me. I'm sure you can find me one way or another.
Will you at least have some tea, damn it?
I'm going to throw up the blush of life because I can't fucking handle tea. It's water and gross. It's not blood.
It's fine.
Sorry, I've never actually had to do this. How do I do this?
All you do is do rouse for blush of life.
You just rouse.
Yeah.
That's all? Wow,
that's all.
really
You just
easy.
rouse to activate it.
Oh, sick and 9. I'm good. Love that.
Yeah. And so as you rouse and you come back to life and feel things happen again, and as you drink your tea, Tracy and you will have a lovely conversation. And as we part ways from that tea, we're going to go to the hitting bros, Spotter, Kajai, and Bastion. And we're finding you guys where exactly?
If our hidey hole is big enough, I'll move the table to the side.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, it's pretty hidden. So,
and cleared out a room, moved the furniture and stuff like that. Get that nice Fight Club feel.
Mm-hmm.
Misty's standing off to the side, kind of going, "Are you guys sure this is necessary?"
Oh, 100%.
I have already. Thank you.
That was luck. Do you want to survive based on your own ability?
I mean, I have kind of. I mean, I'm here, right?
That is not the correct answer.
There was a correct answer.
Let's calm down. Missy. We have to learn a lot of things, a lot of skills that we would never think we would have to learn in our own life, specifically because we tend to live forever. And so all sorts of threats come to our doorstep. You have to be ready.
Okay, sure. I can move fast, and I can take a hit. I can take a hit. I can do
Nice.
that.
But what happens if your assailant can also move fast and does a lot of hits? Do you keep taking them, hoping to escape, or you fight back?
I have learned how to run up buildings to escape.
Good.
Parkour. I learned how to parkour.
Interesting. I can literally, if you go by some metrics, teleport.
Not a fan.
It's not even that difficult for my clan.
What's your clan?
I'm a Toreador.
You're the plants.
Rose,
The
Misty.
plants.
Plants. Right? Isn't a rose a plant?
You are right about that, yes.
Thank you. I'm learning. I'm trying to figure this all out.
Yes.
Crash course.
I would. You can ask Taylor about plants. In my particular case, I learned a lot, and that will be useful for you as well.
Okay.
Don't worry. You don't even need to hit someone enough for them to die. You just need to incapacitate them enough for you to run.
I don't want to kill anyone.
Incapacitation is not running. If you're dealing with supernaturals, one kneecap blasted off heals in like 2 days.
What?
You need to focus on surviving before you can worry about whether or not you'll have to kill anyone.
And
You'll not always have the
Exactly.
choice.
let's not scare her any further.
Mhm.
Misty, what about self-defense? Enough so you can survive and evade, not hurt.
Well, I thought that's why I do the parkour and run.
I'm
if
assuming you
what-
can run.
Yes, what happens if they surprise you and you're in a playing field?
Yeah, I duck. I find some cover, and I kind of keep like moving so they can't get to me. Right?
Good to know that your logical fallacies are well underway, but we do need practice.
Oh, I can be quiet too.
You can be quiet.
I can be quiet.
Interesting. Spotter, you are the quiet one here. What can you do in combat?
Okay. Misty,
Yeah. Hi.
come closer.
Okay.
I'm not gonna hit you.
Okay, that's good to know.
All right. I'm gonna put up my foot. I'm gonna square up. No, square up. This is just a demonstration. Square up.
What's a square up?
Put up your fists.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay. You ready?
No.
Okay. Pretend you're ready.
Sure.
Okay. And I obfuscate.
Okay.
And
Where'd you go?
I will walk behind and poke her on the shoulder.
She jumps and turns around.
See,
okay.
This is something you need to know because right now you're probably incapacitated or worse.
Okay. I mean, I can just go quiet. I mean, I can tippy toe. So if I'm like in a, you know, when you're in a club. So when the whole thing happened, like we took jobs in different places so that I could continue to get some money, and we can like hop, skip, and jump over here because apparently that's what Becca had wanted mom to do. I can't believe I'm calling her mom. Anyhow, sometimes those gangly, horrible beasts would come after us. And so I would turn the turntable and I would go really, really quiet and they couldn't hear me. And then I would get to sneak out really fast.
That's good. But you got to remember one thing. Some of the clans are really good at hearing.
They can hear when I go silent?
Again, my clan.
There's a lot to learn, Misty. We're not trying to scare you. You just need to be aware that there are a multitude of skills.
And
okay.
For all that we were saying, Kajai is absolutely right. You have to deal with the problems as they come up. And Kajai is, I believe, one of the most, if not the most experienced fighter amongst the whole coterie. So you should really heed what he has to say.
I am, but can I just hide behind you for a little bit? I'm good at watching and then imitating.
Mm-hmm. No worries.
No matter how good you are at hiding, there will come a day where you will have to fight. Whether it's someone like Spotter who's come to find you, or someone like me who has come to hunt you, you have to fight. There are plenty of kindred who thought themselves socialites only to encounter a Sabbat siege and realize words fail. Now you are Gangrel. You are very talented warriors.
Oh,
With
okay.
And you grow claws.
I don't know. Do I just poof them or what?
Spotter will show her his new trick.
Yeah, no, I can't do that yet. Apparently, I can make my eyes red.
That's good. That's a good start.
It will be the most valuable thing if you come across someone from my clan. We like to play in the dark.
You guys are the spoopy ones, aren't you?
Yes, they are the spooky ones.
Because you guys make the shadows go all crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Got you.
Okay. The real Halloween vibes.
Oh, totally. Totes. I mean, I saw one making a whole bunch of bed sheets go all over the place and they were doing nothing. But then you saw all these army thingies moving around. It was really weird, but a cool vibe.
One of the La Sombra.
Yeah, they were doing a whole weird ass exposition while I was doing music.
That's a interesting thing to have witnessed.
I had to turn around and be away from them because they were totally like ruining the whole electronic thing. You know what I mean? No offense. I'm sorry.
Just gonna move on.
Okay.
Start
baby steps.
Hand-to-hand combat. I don't think you've ever learned how to fight with a sword or a knife. Am I correct?
I've never learned how to fight.
I'll start with hand-to-hand combat.
Okay.
Raise your hands to defend yourself.
Put up your dukes.
I don't have dukes.
You have them. Just go like this.
Oh, I thought it was a pawn, but okay. I play chess, okay?
Focus on the task at hand. You have to get used to getting hit.
Oh, that we did. That was not fun. She got a whole bunch of people around me to learn how to take a hit.
Right.
More than enough times.
Getting hit for the first time is a scary experience. I mean,
it wasn't fun.
A kindred, but
yeah, it was 2x4s.
Right. Well, okay.
It was 2x4s. Then it was metal braces, and then rebar, and then they started to do. It was the wooden buku things before you go to swords, because you have to do the wooden swords first. So they had to make sure that I could turn around and take those kind of hits.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I could take a hit.
You need to learn how to not be surprised when someone does hit you.
Well, if I know it's coming, then I usually just kind of like get that inner shell casing out, and then I can actually do.
He's going to Spartan kick her in the chest.
Okay. Roll it.
There's a high amount of dice for this.
Jesus. Please don't use potents.
Let's have
Are you using potents?
Misty's chest.
No, he's not going to use potents.
I'm asking because I don't know and you're La Sombra.
Whack. Oh, man. Now we got to dig Misty out of the wall.
It's right there next to his shield.
4 success.
Excuse me while I turn around and do a thing, because apparently Misty does things. Oh, because things happen and I don't roll dice very often. Okay. So it's 4 successes and you hit her square in the chest. She doesn't move. And when you hit her, you feel that contact. You know you hit her. She moves back a couple of feet, but she doesn't wince. She just goes, that tickled. At least you're gentle. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Good.
I don't like it.
No, that's why you need to pay attention. Pay attention to the guy in front of you. Don't talk to me.
Well, I'm talking to you, but my eyes haven't left Kajai's.
You need to
Kajai at all.
on the task at hand.
But I'm watching him and talking to you. I can multitask.
Very good.
Can't you multitask?
A fight is known as a multitask.
See?
Why didn't you attack back?
Because I wanted to see what you do next.
Why?
Why did I need to fight? If I could turn around, take the hit, and disarm you with words, because you haven't attacked me yet.
Jai, I think we should maybe try a different approach.
Sorry.
Here's the thing. Kindred like Kajai aren't going to stop with that one attack. You either need to put him down and get out, or put him down and walk away.
How's tranquilizers? Does that work?
Really, it works really well in humans and some types of animals, but not Kindred.
Okay. I'm asking because I don't know.
Never tested it in werewolves, but I'm inclined to say no. So
that's elephant tranquilizers. Don't ask me why I know.
To focus. I'm trying very hard not to do this the way that my sire did for me, but I'm starting to see the wisdom in her decision.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. Hi, how are you?
Let's go.
At no point did I tell you I would stop attacking you, so you need to assume that I was going to kill you. Magnus is a friend of ours, so I do not wish you harm, but the next person will. And once they see you can take a hit, they won't stop. And you will learn very quickly that being strong enough to survive a hit is not always a blessing.
Okay. So then I've got to learn how to... Okay.
When he hits you next, try and hit him back.
Okay. Sure.
Because I was just going to kick her in the chest again. He's not using potent.
That's fine.
You still have 20 dice. Oh, sometimes my life.
Yeah, I'm even nice enough to re-roll the crit, so it's only 4 successes.
You see her kind of almost squaring you up, as in like seeing where you're going to hit her. As you kick her, or you come to kick her, she takes your foot and twists and pushes you back. You got 4 successes. She got 6.
Good.
Okay. I'm sorry. Are you okay?
You need to hit him.
Well, I pushed him out of the way because I can't figure out how to hit.
Okay.
Take this and aim it at this.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. He wouldn't be asking.
Remember,
okay.
You punch through me, not at me. Don't hold back. No. You want, ideally, to finish it in 1 hit. And don't worry about hurting yourself in the process. You can heal just about anything.
Okay. Do you just mean to just do the thing like that?
Yes. Misty, you're not going to hurt anyone now. Just imagine you're trying to do that.
As you're talking, she just hits Kajai right in the forehead. Do you dodge?
Yes, he will. He's not kind enough to let her hit him for free.
That's fair. That's fair. Go ahead.
He's not that nice.
We'll give you your death and axes because this is funny.
How many
Yes,
people can say that they've been trained by the Primogen?
you're not
Like,
By the
wrong.
La Sombra Primogen.
Mhm.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, she's gonna be one scary gangrel when she gets good at this.
Mm-hmm.
5 successes, and also there was almost another crit. So the dice
Actually,
really don't like it.
You're not wrong because she got a 6 crit. And as she hits you in the forehead, that's when our doctor squad will come in, seeing Misty connect right in with Kajai's forehead.
All right.
Not bad.
Taylor just gives a slow clap.
Good job, Misty. Good job.
You're not hurt. You're okay. Yes.
Don't apologize for knocking the shit out of him.
But that was only one hit, and he hit me in the chest. But at the same time, I said hi.
Hi. Don't apologize.
Hi.
You're practicing. Do not apologize for landing a hit on him. He wouldn't have told you to hit him if he wasn't willing to accept the hit.
Okay, Mom, I'm sorry. It's like, I normally don't fight.
Yeah, well, that's going to change because you have black spiral dancers that can smell you.
That's not good.
Mhm.
So you're going to learn to fight. We're going to do all we can to protect you, but you're going to learn to fight because we aren't going to protect someone that isn't willing to protect themselves.
Hi.
Next step is gun safety. So you better enjoy Kajai's lessons.
I mean, I can do a tranquilizer gun. My older brother.
If you can do a tranquilizer gun, you can do a real gun. Somebody give her a gun.
I have plenty. Do you? But I am a little more of a slower teacher. I would like to teach you how to do a gun and how you should properly take aim and do a shot before teaching you a kill shot. That's much more fascinating.
So have I at least passed the I don't have to get a beating lesson? I can then
No,
just learn how to
you
punch?
absolutely still are going to have to deal with Kajai. I'm just saying that
I don't have to get a whole bunch of people turning around and beating me in a circle, is what I'm asking.
No.
We're not going to jump you like that, but understand
Sabat.
you need to fight like
That
you're
was
not
mom.
bulletproof.
Oh,
Period.
I know
Because-
I'm not bulletproof.
Well, you damn near are. From what I've heard from everybody, you damn near are. But you need to fight like you're not. And you need to not be afraid to stand your fucking ground.
Okay. Sure.
The best defense is a good offense.
That part.
Okay. Well, hi, I've only done this for 6 months.
We know.
Yes.
We get
That's
it.
why you're getting training.
That's why you're getting trained.
We will move on to bladed weapons as well. If your enemies are wolves, from what I understand, you'll need silver, and I don't think they've made fist-based silver weapons.
Yeah,
Could
they
be
have.
interesting.
Silver knuckles.
Yeah,
It can be
that's a whole ass
arranged.
thing.
Hmm.
I mean,
Claws. Silver claws can be a thing.
look, I played with a little bit of knives, okay? So I can turn around and juggle knives. I can juggle fire. Could juggle a couple other things. You want me to show you?
I will toss her a short sword from his bag of weapons.
You just want me to juggle one sword?
Show me what you can do.
Dance with it, dear.
Fine. I haven't done this since I was a kid. Oh, good. Because, hi, it's a thing. Did I mention my cousins were in the circus?
It should be an inborn talent.
You know what? Hold on. If you want to show, give me 1 second. And she will go into her room really quick. You guys still hear her walking around. She comes back with 2 other swords. Okay, fine. Mind you, these 2 are not sharp, just letting you know. And then she not only juggles the swords, but if she had maybe 6 more knives, she could do the dance of the nine knives. And she pulled off a 7 in her roll. And then she will have the 2 flourish, and then she'll catch Kajai's on her hand by the tip and then just offer the sword back to Kajai. Hilt first.
Taylor actually, as she's doing the performance, is walking around her and observing. And
Agnes isn't watching. Sorry.
And literally, when she finishes, she looks to Kajai and says, she's dexterous. We'll give her that.
I can do parkour.
Yeah, no. That's defensive maneuvers to get away. You need to focus on your offensive maneuvers. Utilize her dex, Kajai.
Use your blades and do what you can to not get hit.
Now?
I have a feeling the way my sire taught me will be best for you. And Kajai's going to take his sword and the really big pool of dice. And he will not go with anything that would actually kill her, but he will make her think that he will.
Nothing like having, I'm going to die now.
Magnus, this is Beckett. What's going on with Misty? What part of
her? And literally, Taylor's just going to whisper as she sees the glimmer in Kajai's eye. Show no fear, dear.
Okay.
And then she steps away.
And she kind of just waits for him to do the thing of him doing things, like she waits for him to move first.
9 successes with the crit. So Kajai doesn't move very quickly. Mm-hmm. If anything, he's moving overly slowly, but each move, each slash with his sword is as close to perfection as it could be. And it's almost, he's putting more strength and actual dexterity into it. So as she tries to block it, it's almost like the sword is going to shatter through the knives and continue on to her.
Oh, absolutely. My question is, do you go all the way to her and do you attack and draw blood?
Yes, he will, but they will all be in areas that would not be fatal to a kindred.
Okay, so more like he would actually get to her shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
So as you do this and you go, she's trying to block. She did not get the 9 crit that you did. Not even close. She rolled a 5. And she does attempt to block. Again, she's more a performer than she ever a warrior. So as she tries to perform around you, you see through it. And you get to the point where you pushed her against the wall and you have the knife into her shoulder.
Where did you make your mistake?
You moved too hard? I didn't take notes at the moment. I was trying to actually dodge you.
I've been fighting with a sword longer than you've been alive, longer than most of your family. So there was no way you were going to beat me while defending. Your best bet would have been to rely on the extraordinary defensiveness of your body in advance.
Oh, okay.
Remember, Misty, how long is your sword? Kajai's sword?
Are you asking me how long his sword is?
No, I'm asking Kajai how long is it?
6 inches, this one. Yeah, this one's about 6 inches.
Oh, okay, so you have a knife too. Okay.
This isn't the war sword. He's not trying to kill her for real.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. Trying to make NPC sometimes is a bitch.
Because remember, you can take a hit, and a lot of people won't expect that.
Yeah. You could take a sword to the gut
and you can make
be
them
fine.
pay for it. Right. As well,
you'll meet many kindred who will say that shotguns hurt because even the non-durable ones like me, could probably survive at least one blast from a shotgun.
Yeah.
So don't worry about pain. Don't worry about fatigue. You will experience neither.
Oh, no. I've been shot. in this form, it wasn't fun. So I understand that. Yeah, absolutely.
When an assailant is coming at you with a bladed weapon, hell, even with their freaking fists, walk into it. Do not show fear. Because if you show fear, they bear down on you.
It's also a human response to want to resist damage or injury to yourself.
You're not human anymore, dear.
You can fix it in record time that no hospital could ever match. Don't be afraid of actually getting hit. It is not nearly as catastrophic for us as it would be for a person.
Mm-hmm.
Misty, one of the strongest gifts of our clan is the ability to take the damage and then turn that into strength. You need to learn before you get to that level of control with your fortitude to have that mindset. Because without that mindset of, I am going to go through your attacks and then I am going to go through you, you will never master fortitude.
Okay. I'm right. Can I get a hug? Please.
Theodore will blatantly look over at Taylor.
Oh, Magnus walks up and gives her a hug.
No, this is on Magnus.
And while the coterie turns around and tries to teach this poor neonate how to fight, we're going to break. Do you need the mindset switch? Because I've been too many people. So we'll go to break and we'll come back to the coterie coming together and having a bit of a chat.
Yeah. So we'll be back in 10.
Let's get ready to rumble. So in our first half, we had people seeing people and Misty unfortunately learning how to fight and Taylor getting swooned and Theo starting to turn around and possibly getting a ghoul for none other than Sun. So as this team this coterie of kindred are gently telling this neonate on how to fight and teaching her the things, and she is completely and utterly mortified. Dr. Magnus, your bartender tells you have a guest and they're heading towards the door.
All right. Looks like we have someone coming to visit. I'll go check who it is.
It's not that hard. When you open up the door, you hear that familiar clippy cloppy of heels. The limp is gone.
Well, either that's you, Josephine, or I'm about to have a very unpleasant visit from Annabelle.
Ew. Why would you think I'm her? Ew.
I mean, there aren't that many people that walk around with that level of high heels.
I mean, once I learned how to walk with them, I was like, why not? It's a form of intimidation, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
If you can walk on a stiletto heel without a problem,
yes,
with perfect balance, why not? Man,
I don't disagree.
Are you busy with anything? Thank you.
And she'll come in. And he looks at Misty. He's like, Misty, why don't you go to your alcove for a bit?
Yeah, thanks. And you just see the biggest burst of energy, and she's not even there. She's gone.
Dust cloud.
You're not wrong.
Like the road runner, that one.
Yeah, Theo also mutters under his breath, man, Warner Brothers up in here.
Mm-hmm.
I really have to say she has not so much work to do in sexuality.
She's quite live.
Newborn?
Yes, she's my broodmate. My sire has orange cat energy, shall we say. So my grandsire decided she should not be in charge of Misty's education.
And who better to treat her right and teach her by a black-haired older brother?
Something like that.
Fair enough. I hope you all are doing well.
Yes.
I'm not sure if y'all heard my little thing with Sun, and I am so sorry if he has done anything to y'all.
I told them you were attacked. I didn't say by who, except to Theo. We were having a discussion on.
It just happened to come up.
Sun did it?
let's just say he wanted to, shall we say, have a truce. And I'm using the truce lightly, apparently, as me and 5 other of my good friends decided, well, let's see what he's got to say. And when he brought us to Rose Hill Cemetery, he used the old alcove of what we used to use for an Elysium back in the day. It was underneath all that little. We had an underground thing. It was a long time ago, and so went to it. Wanted to see what he wanted to say. See if we can come to some kind of agreement, because the clan needs, some kind of representation.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say he decided to spring a war up, and it's about 30 to 50 people, mixture between ghouls and freshly made kindred. I did not expect that at all. Did find my way out.
That wasn't in the first time you told me about this.
I found that out later.
Another thing to share.
Sabat tactics.
Oh, it was a trap, and I didn't realize it, but that's why I brought people with me.
Did all your people survive?
No. We left. We were spread around the room so that they had to actually try and get to us. Then we got collectively together, escaped, and then spread out, as one would do naturally. So I went over here to Magnus's to get myself patched up a bit. From what I heard, they hunt down 2 of my friends, and shall we say there are no more.
Mm-hmm. So, just so I make it clear, did Sun have the right of destruction over this too?
Darling, are you kidding me?
Oh boy.
Not to mention, it wasn't, from what I understand, Sun wasn't the one who actually delivered the blow.
Oh.
But he did give the order.
My night just got better.
Really?
Yeah. And he did a party of freshly embraced kindred and ghouls to meet you.
Which
You're
he did
telling
not have
me.
Permission to embrace either.
And now I can't say that they're all his children. I don't know. I didn't ask. I was shooting people.
I see.
Not fun.
I don't know what you're talking about. From the sound of it, it almost seems like he did everything but beat them over the head with the shovel.
Let's just say I do know he does have contacts in certain circles, if you know what I mean, that the shovel may have been acquired to create said childer.
Till thine is released, thine sins. We have 2 violations of the traditions and an attempt on.
Have you
someone such
told
as
your
yourself.
sire, Josephine?
Not yet.
Excellent. She's going to take out her phone and dial up Kevin.
It's about 3 rings. And when you're ringing, you hear the crackling. So when he answers, there's a crackle to the phone, and you know that he is not above ground. And he'll go, Dr. Hammond, how are you?
Not as well as I would like to be. Where are you?
Do you remember that place I brought you to when I asked you that question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
Something important that needs your immediate attention.
Oh boy.
I'll be there in 10.
There's a pause. Okay. I will make sure that Cordelia knows where to bring you.
Perfect. And she disconnects. And okay. You want to come to give eyewitness testimony to the prince?
There's a pause there and a gleam in her eye and a slow smile, a slow smirk that comes up and goes, I'd be delighted to. The only thing is I don't want this to hurt any sort of, shall we say, chance of becoming a premiership.
It won't.
Mr. Primus,
Nope.
Mugen.
It won't.
Considering
Um,
the other two are Critias and Annabelle, there is not much you could do to hurt your opportunities.
Have you met Son?
Unfortunately, yes. So none of this surprises me. I also have another call to make. I'm going to call Hank.
Okay. It's like on the second. It's not the second. It's like the first and a half rings, and I'd be like, "Yo, Tay, what up?"
Hey, Hank. You got eyes on Son?
Do I want to have eyes on Son?
Yes,
Hell
you
fucking
do.
no. Ew. Do you know where he puts his body? I don't want to know that.
Yeah, well, you do tonight.
Oh no, why? What happened? Who died? Who didn't die?
People he didn't have permission for.
Oh, wait a minute. What do you mean? Okay,
I'll fill you in later. Get eyes on
Okay.
him. You need to know where he's at because I'll be calling to find that out.
I will do my best. I will tell you now, it is hard. He's not in the network. Can't find him. I'm doing that right now as we're talking.
Excellent. I'll call
give
you
me
when I'll call
time.
you. You give me an update.
Sure.
Thanks.
Okay.
And she
Bye.
disconnects.
Magnus sends a text to Misty, and it's just Son's picture and the words, "Find him."
All you do is you just get this thing of wiki, got it.
Okay.
Look, I don't mean to cause a problem or nothing. If you're all good.
It's not
Yeah.
a problem, but you are an eyewitness to these events. You were the
There's-
intended target to these events. Your testimony is valuable.
True.
All
I
right,
just
I would
want-
say necessary.
I just don't want to make too much of a fuss, if you know what I mean.
No, I get it, but trust me, this will basically seal your primogenship.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, I'm one for making sure the things are done correctly. But again, I just want to make sure you're all good, right?
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, yes.
Oh, we're good. Jason Newberry just made our list of things to do tonight.
A little livid that one of the traditions was so casually tossed aside, but that will be a corrected mistake sooner or later.
I, for one, am happy. I enjoy your company, Josephine. I'm fine. I'm glad that nothing happened to you.
Well, if it wasn't for Dr. Magnus over here, I'm telling you, death was a little bit closer than I had anticipated or wanted.
I am sure that the rest of the coterie shares my sentiment in saying that we are going to make sure something like that never happens again.
Cars out front. Let's
Excellent.
go.
Let's go.
Okay.
And Taylor gets in and tells the driver to go to the Wrigley building.
And Josephine, for clarity's sake, we're doers.
Oh, there's not a. As one would have told me, are you a shower or a grower? I believe you all grow because you all kind of got the job done to get the prince and where he is now.
Bishai does have the sword and the shield.
So we're going to war. Yeah.
Always.
Good job. We're going to a place where you can't have weapons. You realize that.
He can leave them in the
Officially,
car.
We are not there.
Oh, so you're doing this in preventive it.
I
All right, well,
fully
hold on a
expect
minute.
everyone to start fighting as soon as we're finished. And as some of the humans like to say, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. At least the guns underneath the skirt are going to be used then if I need it. Y'all fine with spray and pray, right? As long as it's not towards you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I prefer to ask. Some people aren't. So then I have to turn around and use a shotgun that I have against my back.
Oh, we are going to have a competition, you and I.
We don't already? I thought me kicking your ass a little bit ago on who's the better sniper. I was waiting for you to try and one up me again next week. Are we still on for that?
We are still on for that, and we're still on for tonight. And Bashan is going to take his cell phone, and he's going to dial up to his Flumer of Toreador and ask about any rumors of the locations of Sun and things like that, specifically warning them to not get close to that cycle.
They read that and they say they are already looking. Apparently, their DJ friend got in touch with them to try and find out where Sun Wacky Whack is, because apparently now he has a name, a nickname. Don't ask me why; it just happens in my brain. And you guys get closer to Wrigley. Things are fine. It almost is like he doesn't expect this to happen, so Sun's doing something completely different. But don't get me wrong, Kajai. People are watching. So well done on at least being prepared. And as a Wrigley building comes, you see Cordelia outside waiting for you all. And she'll just wave you guys in like, get your asses in here now. And once you guys are in, she closes and seals the door.
Excellent.
The fuck are you guys doing? Josie, you should not be here. Josie's just smiling and says, don't worry, darling, I'm here by invitation.
I invited her.
I had to seal this whole fucking building. Do you know how hard it is to get about 4,000 people out of a building?
Yeah, it's a bitch.
Good. The bitch is downstairs.
Which bitch?
You'll find out. And she'll turn and walk you
Fantastic.
to a special elevator and wait for you all to come in.
Taylor walks right in.
Going down is an experience. It's not a normal elevator ride. You are going down further than this building had ever intended to go. You're in rock bottom, bedrock. That free fall, if it wasn't for you guys being kindred, you'd be floating in fucking air. And once you hit that down, it's a little jostle and the elevator opens and she just gestures for you all to go through.
Taylor steps out first.
Theo's gonna lean over and whisper to Kajai, $10 says the bitch is gonna be Annabelle.
Let's hope not. I will follow.
Yeah, and then I'll follow him.
Ashton's going with Spotter.
Magnus will be the one last, and he just looks over at Cordelia.
Great night, huh?
I hope that there won't be any trouble later in it.
Yeah, well, who knows? And Josie's
Try to keep any trouble out of here.
She kind of gives you a thumbs up and says, with you two, who the fuck knows what's going to happen? And Josie just gently takes Magnus's arm and lets him lead.
And he walks forward, following everyone else.
Taylor, you know the way to the dungeon. And as you walk into the dungeon, it doesn't look as empty as you think it would be, but you can count at least 25 bodies are not there.
Excellent.
Evan is standing there getting off the phone. And he turns around to you and says, well, Dr. Taylor, I've been listening to your advice and we'll be doing this one by one. So either they're staying or they're being, shall we say, gently put to bed.
Excellent.
Josie, what's going on?
She is a witness to an attack by Jason Newberry.
Oh, God, my head. All right. What happened?
And she says, the floor is yours, Josephine.
Josephine comes up and gives a curtsy as always and is being polite. And she will then tell him the entire night of her going in, having a meeting. Then all of a sudden, because they couldn't come to an accord, he then unleashed the ghouls and the new kindred. And she explains detail by detail about the fight You guys learn exactly how militaristic she's been raised. Not only did she kill half, but the rest of her compatriots did as well. They killed as many as they could. And once they scrambled out, they split. Oh, Josephine can only contest and tell to how she got to Magnus's place. She will say that 2 others were destroyed and hunted down. And then she'll look over to Taylor and Kajai because Taylor's heading this and Kajai's a primogen. Kevin sits there and listens.
Did he have the right of destruction?
Fuck no. Why would I give him that? He's not a primogen. He didn't even come to me with any of his problems.
And so you are aware, Josephine here has not notified her sire yet.
He looks over to Josephine and she just nods and he's like, all right. You were saying, primogen?
Or you understand the consequences of an Archon's visit. That assumes they don't bring their accompanying just a car. Can't afford for the Camarilla to look inept at the moment, especially since we're all relatively young in our new positions.
Very true. Looks at Dr. Hammond. I'm assuming, if I'm reading the tea leaves correctly, open hunt, or am I closing this hunt to your coterie?
If you do an open hunt, he will go to ground and no one will find him.
True.
However, you have a group of specialists right in front of you.
Again, hence why I said open or closed.
What do you think, Kevin? Your prince.
I'm aware, but at the same time, I am, as you say, learning.
You are.
And
I'm not telling you what to do. I'm making you think.
I'm aware. Hence why I asked the question first before I said something.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. Had he been anything other than that fucking witch's child, I swear to God. Fine. Closed it is. Do you know where he's at?
Taylor checks her phone for signal. If she has it,
weak. You've got like a bar, maybe 2. If
that's
you're lucky.
okay. She's calling Hank.
It's about the 3rd ring. And you just hear this, oh, fuck. Hi, we're working on it. Look, this bitch is an asshole. We're working on it. Give me like 5, maybe 10 more minutes. I'm working on it. I'm sorry. I'm getting there.
Okay.
We got a team now.
You've got 10. And she hangs up. And she looks to the others and say, have any of you put eyes out?
Yeah.
Put my eyes out as well.
If I can have a photo or artistic rendering, I should be able to help.
Magnus just hands his phone over with a photo of Jason Newberry on it.
Storyteller, I'll let you decide if a photo on a phone would work for this ritual or not.
Is it not a picture representation of the target at play?
Fantastic.
You're welcome.
Theo reaches down, opens his doctor's bag, and sets on, I'm assuming there's a table in here.
No, there's no table.
Oh, then on the ground. I just sit cross-legged and set it on the ground. In a simple bowl, he reaches in, pulls out a length of a very nice white ribbon. And then he's going to first bleed a little bit into the bowl after nipping his wrist, dunk the ribbon in, and hold it in the solution as he starts chanting and muttering. Everyone here can speak Latin. It seems to mainly be phrases of locate, direction, things of that nature. And Storyteller, this is the first time I've ever had to do a ritual on camera. So I think I know what I need to do, but let me just double check, make sure that I do it right.
Thank God I've got rights put down on the thing. Which one? I know which one you're doing. Give me a second.
Yep. Illuminate the trail of prey.
Mm-hmm.
And you roll your
Okay.
base ritual roll.
Sweet. That's nice and easy.
I think 4 is the difficulty.
If you have any blood potency to add any dice to that. Power bonus, I mean.
I don't think I need to. I'm fairly confident in this roll already. Okay, intelligence at 4, and then I got the blood sorcery at 4.
And you add a die for the blood sorcery.
Yep.
Your dice be good. Yes. Go ahead, Spiderwind Gene.
I was going to say, I'm going to text 8 Ball.
Okay.
Any eyes on a new berry? ?
Your friend has already contacted me. We're on it right now.
And
TY.
and that ritual roll comes to 7 with a crit.
It's just an immediate start. The trail goes right to the elevator.
Yeah,
the way you came in.
You guys watched the now blood-soaked white ribbon
Ignite.
flare up and is not in Theo's hands anymore. And then he just starts looking at something that you can't see.
And I look at Kevin and
Still
say,
freaking.
we're on it.
Kevin nods and says, cool. And then from the shadows, a man comes behind Kevin. Taylor, you know you're a line of him. Ismaili comes from behind. Ismaili comes from behind Kevin and looks at the 6 of you. For those that don't remember, what is Dr. Taylor's real name?
Hester Stanhope.
And Ismaili looks to you, Taylor, and he nods his head to you and goes, Esther, give no quarter to any of them. They deserve none.
Wasn't planning on it.
Oh no. I mean everyone. I want full, scorched earth on all of his allies and contacts.
Magnus just looks at the prince with just a grin on his face. He says, Your Highness?
Dr. Sanchez. And Kevin looks at Dr. Hammond.
She looks at Menali. She doesn't even look at Kevin. She looks at Menali and says, why?
He's a blight. And on top of that, not only has he ruined the treaty, but he's also, I'm not one for this whole thing, but he's been breaking the Masquerade. He's got hunters after him. He's got a whole bunch of people after him. His contacts are tainted. At the same point, he's killed several of our clan recently. Good people. They didn't work for me exactly. But I think at the same point, it's a time we may send a message. And who better than you? You're a queen. You know exactly what to do. Show them who you really are.
She gives a very wicked predator grin. Says, they haven't seen anything yet. And
But
she
they
just
will.
turns and walks away.
Kevin just kind of is like, well, you guys heard he's just looking at you guys like, you heard the man. I don't have to say it. Josephine just gives this real deep curtsy like, yeah, that's the whole thing happening right now.
And Taylor will just look over her head. Josephine, you going to get a piece of this action?
Yeah. I'm just letting you go first.
Come on, Toots.
Oh, okay. I'll see y'all later.
As they're heading out, Theo's is Menelaus still around, or is he leaving too?
Oh no, he's there. He was there with Jackson. He let Jackson do his princely thing before continuing his conversation.
Theo will, as politely as one charisma is possible, try to get Menelaus' attention for a second.
He will look to him. Yes, Dr. Smith.
Is it true that questions beat you in a contest of physicality, or was that you just playing it up to make the werewolves happy?
He smiles for a moment. And he chuckles. Let's just say sometimes the spirits like to see that their favorites win. And who am I to go against the spirits of the earth?
Fair enough. Have a good evening. And then Theo will head after, since he's also the navigational tool at the moment.
This is true. He'll look to the others if anyone else has a question or wants to say anything.
Magnus just kind of gives a lazy salute and then turns and walks.
Splatter's out.
Bastion has no qualm with this man. He's leaving. He's left.
He does. He does make eye contact with you, Bastion. He just gives you a nod. He knows you. You know he knows.
Yes.
But he's not making a qualm or he's not making a big deal. He just gives you a courteous, I see you nod. And as you guys go to the elevator, there's Cordelia with the door open. The door hasn't closed. Mm-hmm. She's just like, you see what I mean?
Yeah, that's Daddy. What are you talking about?
Your daddy ain't mine. I don't have that bloodline.
Jai is going to send use this pager to send a message to his ghoul to let her know that it's time for war.
It sure is. It sure is. Yeah.
There is a question of, do I bring the big guns?
Absolutely. DC all over again.
Exclamation point, question mark, exclamation point, question mark. Okay. And as you go through that ride up, if you were human, you would be like squished down as you are going upwards. But you're not. You're kindred. And as the doors open and Cordelia again holds them for you guys to, head out first before she parks the car, she's like, do you guys need anything or are you good?
We're good.
So be it. She'll be walking to you and then she'll be walking you to the door to unlock it to let you guys out. Junie's going to do a thing while you guys are talking a little bit so I can find a map. So talk about yourself. Thank you. I love you all.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyone need any weapons?
I'm fine. I might need a new pair of pants. I'm joking. I don't have any problem with that guy, so long as he doesn't have any problem with me. And he didn't seem to have one, so...
There you go.
He wasn't offended by me asking him a curiosity, so I feel he must not be the worst thing out there.
Oh, we absolutely know who the worst thing out there is.
Yes, we do.
That's debatable. We haven't met everything yet.
I mean, by process of elimination and according to what my grandsires researched, the worst thing out there is Cain, but,
That's facts.
Please don't speak that into the world.
If I should ever meet such an entity, I'm already dead and there's no point in freaking out.
I was raised in a Catholic country. That's not really big news to me.
Mother Mary, full of grace, wear this veil so I can punch your face. I get you.
Well,
I'm
the
not getting to
alternative.
that. Anyway, so we are out to kill Sun. We have Capon on the line.
And Maxwell.
And Maxwell.
Yeah, if we could squeeze it, Maxwell. We just have a few problems in regard to the last one. Where the fuck is he?
We'll worry about that after
I'm
we get the
working
two we
on
know.
that.
Working on it.
Yes, exactly. I've been
Mark.
working on that tree.
Oh, sorry. Gerard, his name is actually Mark. Yes, he is going to be networking and getting information for us. Because, yeah, ain't nobody seen hide nor hair of Modius. Juggler's gone missing.
Yeah.
And Maxwell's holed up somewhere in Gary. So he's going to outreach to some of his associates in Gary and get some intel for us. He said it might take a week or two.
Spotter,
Yeah,
we should reach out to Lura and her kin as well.
we should. A couple things about Gary, and good idea. He is most likely at Modius's mansion.
Oh,
That's where my investigation was leading. I don't have any solid, but that's where it was leading.
let's cross-reference. Does this mansion perhaps have absolutely no signal whatsoever?
Oh, it's a dead zone. Complete
It's
dead
a
zone.
dead zone. That's the most likely place then. Because my investigation was leading to any type of information in regards to Maxwell, and the one that seemed most unlikely, the case, was that he was in a dead zone.
Yes.
Out in Gary.
Yep.
I think it fits.
Well, the one thing
Other-
about my utilization of Mark is that he can also make sure we end up with access right to the front door.
Because that's another problem. Anybody they don't know that comes even with an eye shot of that compound disappears.
So we're going to get access. I'll make sure to let him know it's likely there. But
Yeah.
so that he knows what we're dealing with and what he may have to do with his connections there. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But she looks to Josephine and says, "You good?"
No, I'm always good. Can we swing by the bar real quick? And I have stuff on the back of my trunk I could bring.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I've got to swing by there too to get my sword. So
Goody. Then I could really stock up. Yes.
I have my ghoul bringing things by as well. So if there's any special needs, there are some benefits to being Primogen.
My question to you is, darling, is there a way that you can get a little, shall we say, those rifles rounds? Can you get a hold of those?
Oh, you want incendiary?
Oh, I have incendiary. I'm talking rifles rounds.
Can I do that, storyteller? I have some boons. Can I?
If you know some people, if you can pull and swing those boons.
Oh, I'll spend some of my boon.
Magnus looks over at Theo as they're in the car. I'm assuming at this point we're in the car headed to the bar. Looks over at Theo and he's just like, so how did that ritual research go?
Oh, no hitches or hiccups whatsoever. Tracy Graves is a very adept teacher.
Excellent, because Jason Newberry is 8th generation.
Yeah, but do we want to eat a Malkavian?
That's the beauty of that ritual, isn't it? Nothing of them survives.
Well, that's what's said. I haven't utilized it. I don't know. There could be some hidden clause where if I mess up a certain incantation or something, part of him will get into one of us. I have no idea.
Magnus just puts his hand on Theo's shoulder and he's like, you should have more confidence in your skill, Dr. Smith. I do.
Darling, if you can turn around and slope him up without having a hitch or a trail on him, why are you worried?
There's too many ways for magic to go wrong if you do it wrong, so I don't want to do it wrong.
Taylor looks to Dr. Smith and asks him, are you somehow able to take certain talents or abilities from other people?
In what sense?
Sorsha told me that her child wasn't scanning me, was scanning you.
My clan has practiced something of a collaborative habit. It seems to have still stuck around, even though I'm not around my clan. So I suppose...
That is useful.
And it's not just solely to me. It is anyone that I feel tied to.
That's incredibly
Ooh.
useful.
So, as far as we're all technically concerned by small little Tremere tricks here and there, it's easy to assume that we will probably be able to access abilities we normally wouldn't.
So you all may be able on certain nights to become a giant bat, as Xavier did.
Okay, that's
What?
kind of badass, though.
Can you
Tell me
do
it's tonight.
that?
Tell me it's
Yes.
tonight.
Oh my god.
Wait, you can do that?
I don't do it often, but yes, I can assume the form of the man bat.
Oh, you gotta go around sometime, and I go around and do hop jumping on the roofs. You gotta do that with me then, in a big old bat form.
We'll
Okay,
see.
I did not know. Oh, y'all are of the line of Xavier.
Yes.
Oh.
I'd heard rumors, but I didn't know that Xavier could actually do
Xavier
that.
could do that.
Mm-hmm.
Really about to put the fear of God into this city, and I'm for it.
Good job. You put the fear of God into anyone.
Well,
Yeah, at least you try.
y'all
no,
can I can tell you that well y'all can not only if anyone tries to use certain powers to read your mind, your aura, those kinds of things, not only will they not be able to, they will develop a headache and take damage.
Oh, that's what happened to that nunce.
Yes.
Good thing you're telling me this now because I can do telepathy, and I
Yeah,
won't
don't do
to
that
any
on
of y'all.
us. Don't do that.
No, I normally ask,
yeah,
so that's
yeah.
why.
And I can tell you that not only is that a benefit, let's just say I have reached a level of something kind of mythical. Some people call it Golconda. And
No.
you can wake an hour before sunset, sleep an hour after sunrise,
Oh.
and you do not have to rouse to enjoy sex.
Eh.
That was
So
not a problem
enjoy
for
the
me before.
sex.
That was not a problem for me before. Oh my god, I'm so happy now.
No, she doesn't say anything about that. She's just like, good to know.
We're in
This
a,
is just like, I can think of so many ways to put that extra 2 hours to use.
Right?
I think we all could. Storyteller, we're in
Mhm.
the car now, right?
Mhm.
Yes, we are. We have been in the car, and you are on the way back to the bar.
Taylor, Theo is unabashedly like leaning over, like stretching his seatbelt to the point of locking and examining every single inch of you that is visible. Like not like every, as soon as you
And she just looks at him and says,
just-
"What are you looking for?"
I don't know.
Spotter, what do you have?
You know that thing I can do?
Mm-hmm.
You can do a lot of things, Don. Why don't you narrow it down?
Oh, you weren't there
No.
for it.
No.
The other the thing, the major thing.
What major thing? Come on, you can't hold on back on me.
Oh,
He
I
lit up
can-
the Undercity.
I'm sorry, you said what now?
He lit up the Undercity. It was beautiful.
Wait. How do you do that?
He literally can make the plants down there glow
You can do that.
I can see the ley lines, and the ley lines just need a nudge sometime.
You can do that too.
Yeah.
I'm not bringing it up.
Crazy, stupid thing. That's awesome. Amen.
The only reason I bring it up is I don't know how your.
They can do it too.
That's what I'm worried about, and I don't know the impact. So maybe
I promise I will never. That is all you.
That's absolutely not something I'm willing to trifle with. Don't worry.
Okay.
I have no skill in it. I will not attempt.
Okay.
All you.
Mhm.
If you want to
But
do
please
it,
enjoy the sex, okay? Tell me all about
Yeah.
it.
I am feeling a little called out now. My line just makes me lie good.
I mean, that won't hurt anyone.
Oh, that didn't
to
even
be
come from
better
my
at it.
line. That's from other things. No. That I also from my line. I'm not that closely tied to it. Really, I don't give a shit. But I literally, if you need to, if you kind of bumble when you're trying to be persuasive with someone, you can try to improve your chances. Yeah.
Oh, kind of like Dr. Smith trying to pony up with Tracy. Sorry, I didn't read the whole conversation. I just saw y'all having tea.
Yeah, and Theo's head's just. He doesn't
Theo,
look upset.
enjoy the sex. Okay.
To which he mutters under his breath, "No."
Alan, have you ever had sex?
He doesn't answer, but there is another look down of no.
Bastion is flabbergasted.
Don't worry, we're in the same club on that one. I'm just going to nod and smile at you at that one, and we'll leave it at that.
Anyone need any steaks for just in case?
I will not turn down a steak.
Oh, it's always useful.
Do you have you don't happen to have a hand crossbow or anything, do you? For steaks?
I will send a message to his ghoul through his pager. Those are rare, but I think there was one guy obsessed with those for some reason. I may be able to get it for you.
Thank you.
Do you guys want a special steak? Dr. Smith, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes, that's what I was about to. Yes, we do want that special steak. Thank you, Josephine. Believe me, everyone, we want the steak that she is offering. If it's I think it is.
I may or may not have kept it. The war was an interesting one, I have to admit. And when you are fighting with, shall we say, some interesting people, sometimes a special steak is needed when you're trying to scratch the surface on certain people.
No offense to you, Bastion, but I believe that tool is best handled with Kajai, Spotter, or Dr. Sanchez.
I absolutely take no offense. It's more than important.
It's an item for if any of you close up types need it, and don't stick yourself with it by accident. It's a bad time.
Yeah, I've seen that kind of thing. It's also, again, I would rather stake Newberry with a regular stake so we can experiment with that ritual, but we'll do
that's
what
fair.
we must do.
I'm just looking at if you want a special stake for anyone else, because you can go through a lot of people with that special stake and down a lot of people at the same time.
This is true.
Because splinters are a thing.
Storyteller.
Mm-hmm.
Can I tell if Josephine is hearing all this diablerie talk and is gonna use that against us at some point?
You might want to do a wits and insight roll for that, sir.
Certainly. It won't be good, but it will be a roll.
No, I mean, if anyone else wishes to do a wits and insight roll, please let me know. I have no problem with that.
I'm going to rouse my wits.
Oh, sure. Go for it.
I got wits 3 and insight 1, so I should be fine, right?
Absolutely.
Does my secret specialization count?
Of course. Why not go for it?
All right.
I don't mind extra dice.
It's 4 with a crit.
4? Cool.
That's one success in total.
Okay.
I got 5.
I got a 5. A 4. Kajai, are you rolling?
He's sharpening.
Having the time of his life.
Of course he is.
War, yeah.
With part of the with Spotter, Bastion, and Theo, you see her as being as receptive and listening to everything that's going on, but it doesn't look like she's banking a whole lot. Taylor, with the crit, she's noticed everything. She's listened to everything. You haven't said anything that the prince has not already authorized. So with her
With a
listening,
private hunt, that's technically authorized.
with that's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
With everything that you guys are saying in this car, it is authorized, it is justified, and there is no reason why she needs to go to the Archon, because you are all doing this within the Camarilla law.
Yep.
You are not violating.
This is a blood hunt.
All right,
Exactly.
cool. Then we have the privilege of Amaranth on our side.
Yes, we
Yay.
do.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
nice and easy then.
Mhm.
And not just on Sun, but
On Capone
Sun,
and Maxwell.
Capone and
Mhm.
Maxwell.
Yes, because the prince heard a Methuselah's command and said, I ain't arguing.
Because the prince
You
ain't
want to argue with
stupid.
this asshole? Hell no.
The prince ain't stupid.
No, he's not. Because Menel's saying, do this. He's going to go, you do what this man says. I give you permission. You guys run it. You get to the bar.
All right. So Taylor will go in and grab her bag that has her sword and shit in it.
Hey, hi. Oh, hi.
Hey, Misty.
Okay, hi. How are you guys all doing? Good?
All right.
Hopeful?
Oh, we're doing fine, Misty. What
Night is
about you?
lovely.
I got information.
Ooh.
So he's not in Chicago anymore. He's at a place called Justice. Map is in Chicago Hidden City. And he went to a place that's called Resurrection Cemetery. Have you guys ever heard of Resurrection Mary? There's a cool ass ghost story.
He's gone to Resurrection Cemetery.
Yeah, I mean, that's where I got it. Dr. Smith, you're going to realize that as where that is, it is pointing towards that direction.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just like lock eyes with Taylor for a second, just give a confirming nod of like right direction.
Do I know of anything tied to Resurrection Cemetery?
You know, it's an area of anarchs, but they haven't claimed it. So they live around, but they haven't claimed it as a specific area. And where that is specifically is outside of Chicago, and it is outside of both major guru territories.
Excellent.
And it is not in any anarch territory either. Just anarchs live around there. But
Okay.
you do know that they do exist.
Okay.
Should we let Gerard know? Just
Yes.
to get a heads up.
She's going to call Gerard.
Takes a moment. Hey.
Hey.
You good?
Yeah.
What's up?
Excellent.
Mike's okay?
Yeah, no, it's perfect. Thank you. Heading out to Resurrection Cemetery.
Oh God, why? That's a place not to go hang out at. That's the old.
It's not a
old.
hangout. It's not a hangout. Somebody's hiding out there that we're taking care of.
Oh, who?
Waste
Good,
management.
bad?
Newberry.
That young fuck
Young fuck.
compared to me and compared to what we've done? Are you kidding?
True.
That
true.
kid has only turned around and eaten people. Oh yay!
Yeah, well, he decided to attack the wrong person.
He? Who?
Josie.
The Archon's kid?
Yeah, be careful what you say on the phone.
Look, you don't hear that name often.
So,
Do me a favor.
yeah.
When you get there, is she with you?
Yeah. Of course she is. Like I wouldn't give her the chance.
Can I keep something secret from you? And are you in earshot of her?
She will walk down the hall and step outside into the alley. Okay, go for it.
You have to swear this on secrecy.
Done.
When you get there, and she gets out of the car, say the code word Artemis.
Why?
You want the Scourge to do something, don't you?
Scourge?
Who do you think is with you right now that is only not activated underneath a code word? You want this legal. Yeah, I'm sure you got Jackson's okay. Make it real legal. You want to get Newberry? She'll do all the rest. You go to Newberry. She'll keep everything else done. Trust me on this.
How did you know this?
Simple. When you get somebody drunk that may or may not have, shall we say, embraced her, who turns around is a pretentious fuck. You thought Karlak was bad? 10 times fucking worse is the Archon. You want to cut some chains? Honey, I got some chains you can cut with that one. Who wants to set a assassin forged out of fire free? And knowing your particular brand of friends, I'm sure she would be an excellent part of your garden if you catch my drift. Not
She
that
says
one.
nothing.
Just tell Edith. He's not referring to Bahari. He's talking about a garden. He doesn't know Bahari you.
Okay.
As storyteller, I'm telling you that.
Okay. And she just says, all right. Oh, for Maxwell. Likely hanging out at Modius's place.
On it. We'll be there within a day.
Be careful. They tend to off anyone that gets close. And she disconnects the call.
He'll text back, got it, gone. Text you back in 2 or 3 days.
She goes back in and grabs her stuff and says, okay, I'm ready.
Josephine's coming in with a duffel bag.
If you've ever seen the John Wick movies where they're in like that hotel and there's that big wall of guns,
The sommelier.
like wine.
Yeah.
Kajai's doing that with this group right now.
I love it. I fucking love the sommelier in John Wick.
The goal that Kajai has is rolling out these heavy, large things that I'm sure the bartender lets them walk back, and they will literally set up this whole ass wall of literally all the armaments, all the guns, all the ammo. We're talking, you name it, in weaponry, Kajai has it.
Ashen is going to go straight to the, I assume, raffle ammunition. And he's going, can I borrow this, Kajai?
Please take it. It was a gift in 1854 from a toreador. It was wonderful.
Was I that gave it to you?
Perhaps. But please, everyone, take as much as you like. It is.
I have to remind myself of that.
Gosh. Lasombra's positively giddy right now.
The hunt is on.
We have to enjoy the moment.
How giddy is Spotter?
A little bit. He gets to take out some trash. He's very he's checking his weapon. He's at the bar. He's got his ammo out. He's got his gun out. He's cleaning the gun. He's just making sure it's going to work.
Spot, I think that's all clean now. I mean, are you sure? Did you miss a spot?
You're right. Best to be certain. Thank you.
How many guns are you going to bring?
Just this one, and maybe a crossbow.
Just one?
Mm-hmm.
He's not. Kajai has got a whole room of guns.
I just hold out my hand and make the claws.
And?
That's it. That's all I need. And I can turn invisible.
But the... Can you
Taylor literally slides. She's checking her sword and slides it back into its hilt.
Right. I mean, the whole wall. You take the whole wall, Spider.
All right. Is there a Springfield?
Of course.
Right
Oh,
there.
yes. Actually, what was the service rifle in World War I? I'd probably grab that.
It was
Have fun.
bolt activated, I think. I don't remember.
I think it would have been probably an Enfield.
I think you're right. So I grab an Enfield.
Sounds right.
Something I'm familiar with.
Hey, ST.
Yeah,
I know we're starting to approach episodes and all that stuff, but
correct.
I was just wondering something about one of my rituals.
Mm-hmm.
Is the deflection of wooden doom something I can only place on myself, or could I do it for others as well?
For this, and being that what you are able to share with everyone else, yes, you may be able to share that.
Okay. Theo will have everyone gather and do a ritual. Do you want me to do a lovely roll or two for that, Jenny?
We can do that later.
Very well.
We can role play it out. Why not? Because we're almost done.
And at the completion of the ritual, Theo places in your palm a splinter of wood that he says, place this under your tongue. Do not remove it until the defense works, and you won't need to worry about stakes, or a stake, rather.
Nice.
Quite handy to know a sorcerer.
You kind of love it from here sometimes.
If you
I wouldn't go that far.
I would.
If you're fortunate enough and the angle's right, the stake can sometimes explode back into their eyes. It's rare, though. But you need not worry about the first stake to come in contact with you.
Okay.
Magnus goes to the wall and just takes down 2 double-barreled shotguns, and then just goes to his backpack that is sitting there in the
room,
the haven area of this, and just breaks them open, takes out what's in them, puts in dragonfire rounds in all of them. It's like, I probably won't use this, but if I do, I'll yell ahead of time so you can look away.
Taylor, you get the phone call from Hank the Tank.
Yeah.
He's bolted, locked in. Did people tell you where he's at yet, or do you know?
Resurrection Cemetery.
Cool. He's in that old. Oh God, what was it? The mausoleum. They used to use as a meeting ground. He's bolted himself in. He has maybe 2 or 3 people with him. And from what I understand,
does he have
the
ability to see the future?
I'm not sure. I'll find out.
Because he shouldn't have known.
No, this was standard. This is something he always does. He always has people with him.
But he always bolts himself in?
Yeah, because he's always afraid of one of us trying to get him. And he knows he pissed off Josie. We've all found out. The entire clan. We're against him. He knows.
So we'll meet you there.
Wait, is this confirmed?
Yes, the hunt is on.
Ah, bitches! Yeah! Give me a second. Hold on. Oh, they all know now. Okay. Meet there in an hour.
Excellent.
And with that, this is the episode.
Yep.
For coming in. We appreciate it. Thank you all for coming in to slow.
Oh, you muted.
I know, because I keep hitting things because I'm moving my hands and my arms.
Hey, you're so excited. You're so excited. It's fine.
And as always, we try and kill Sun within the first or second season, but here we are.
Absolutely, because he's a giant asshole douche that needs to go.
Oh.
Yes. And never associate with him.
So before I hand this over to Mama, I'm going to tell you, don't forget to sub because you want a shanky and give Mama a coffee because the bitch needs one because goddamn it, she works fucking hard. Thank you very much. Now go to Mama.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for this session of Vampire the Masquerade Chicago Hidden City. Craziness, but you know what? If our La Sombra is happy, you know shit about to go down. Okay. So make sure you join us on our Discord. That's where our games get cast from. We also have an amazing community of folks there from all over the world that enjoy TTRPGs and various other things. And it's a wonderful, just wonderful fucking community. We do Zoom hangouts occasionally when we can and have the time. We've been streaming on Fridays and Saturdays, which are our usual nights for Zoom hangouts, so we haven't been able to do those. But when we have a break from streams on the weekends, we might do some more soon. And of course, if you would like to catch back episodes of this stream or anything else we stream on our channel, you can check out our YouTube channels that are linked in chat right now. And literally, you go to the McStabber Studios YouTube channel, you will see 5 years of content, World of Darkness and other TTRPG games. We have done just about every splat there is under World of Darkness. It's there, y'all. And of course, on the Ishvel channel, you can check out D&D 5e and also Call of Cthulhu 7e, London Esoteric Society, which is currently running on our stream. The D&D 5e campaign did conclude, so that's finished. Yeah, 5 years, Ravnos Argon. We've been doing this for 5 years as of September that passed. So yeah, we're just past 5 years now. And of course, check out our amazing friends that also not only play games with us here, but they stream on their own channels. Junie Von Esch, what you got going on?
I strangle yarn because I don't look good in orange.
Mm-hmm.
My major person is a dumpster fire because that's how we live our lives is through, fairy and flames. So I am a creative person that does strangling yarn. I sometimes draw and sometimes I kill things on games because I can. I'm also on several others like Ravenos Archons.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also on Kajais, aka Ree. And I'm going to let Ree take away because I'm a major one of his games. And I also will be on Ravenos on Monday for Old Guys Evolution. There you go. Sorry.
There you go. So Ree, tell us what you got going on your channel.
Yes, this Tuesday, our mages continue because they now have to go and investigate this node, and which means they have to go underneath the lake where they may or may not be attacked by sharks. So you have to tune in to see how that goes for them.
Sharks in a lake.
Specific.
Fantastic.
Mage, the only thing that defies logic more than changeling.
Defies logic.
There are no rules.
There are no rules, just guidelines.
Shaky guidelines.
Shaky ones. No, Mage is a fun splat to play. It really is. All right. And of course, we have Ravnos Archon, who is active in chat right now, but he plays some games with us, streams some games with us, and you're going to see him coming up next Friday. Yeah, I'm going to talk about the schedule in just a minute. And check out his channel. And of course, Mischievous Red, she does mini painting, she does video gaming, she does various creative endeavors on Sundays. You can give her some love from us as well. If you would like to get some studio merch, check out our Zazzle store. That link is in chat right now. Make sure you are signed in because there are a few things I had to mark as adult because it had cuss words on it. Like our Camp Wish a Motherfucker Would Camp Counselor t-shirt. This coterie are counselors. Head counselors at Camp Wish a Motherfucker Would. Okay.
You have to hit a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
That's Kajai.
I was about to say, Kajai is just waiting for a chance to do that.
100%.
Yes. And of course, if you would like to support our amazing players, you can do so by showing your biddies. Show biddies. It gets distributed amongst the cast of our games and also donations. If you would like to support the channel, you can do so by subscribing here on Twitch. If you have Amazon Prime, you get 1 free subscription a month. You may consider giving that to us. And also, you can donate to our KoFi page, KoFi, Buy Mama a Coffee. Because as Junie says, I do a lot of fucking work. I not only stream and play, I run games, I also co-produce games. I am also community head and manager over on Discord. It's a lot of work, y'all. So yeah. But anyway, also, you can go for free. We understand things are tight. I get it. I get it. For free, you can go to our YouTube, subscribe for free, like videos you watch, and put comments on those videos, because that engagement triggers the YouTube algorithm to post our videos higher in the search rankings when people are looking for content like we produce. That's a free way that you can support our channel, and we appreciate it. Also, coming up over the next week, we have Wednesday, Demon the Fallen, 8 p.m. Eastern. There's a few of us here in this game right here that's in it, Maddox. Yeah. And everything is sus in LA. It's 1999. It's LA. Lucifer's already been seen in the sky. It's the end of days scenario for Demon. And nobody believes the motherfucking end of days prophecy. They're all just going about their fucking business, acting like this shit ain't never changed from the war. And the war is done. There's nobody left to fight.
The
And
City of Angels sucks.
the
for
City of
demons.
Angels sucks and is sus. It's totally fucking sus. So yeah, that's 8 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday. Yeah. We've got demons that are having crisis of faith in their own fucking factions at this point already. And we've just started the
Hey.
season.
Come over here. You can cozy up with a nice book. It'll all be over soon.
So that's Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Then on Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern, Ravnos Archon is going to be starting up his portion of Queen's Gambit with Mage, the
March
Ascension.
past.
Yes. And I have heard that they are going to be doing some really fucky-wucky shit. Yeah. It's going to be great. Yeah.
I thought I made the werewolves go bad. Holy shit.
Yeah. It's going to be fucky-wucky. It's so good. It's so good. And of course, Saturday, I believe at 3 p.m. Eastern, you'll be able to catch Tis because they should be back, I believe. So next week on Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern, you'll be able to see Call of Cthulhu 7E, London Esoteric Society. And that is set in around Victorian era London as these investigators investigate all the Cthulhu mythos and do all the shit that they really shouldn't do, because this is how you go insane and murder things and get yourselves killed. But they're going to do it anyway because it's Call of Cthulhu. And
A lot of fun.
it's a lot of fun. And of course, at 8 p.m. Eastern Saturday, because we do double features when Call of Cthulhu runs on Saturdays, at 8 p.m. on Saturday, we will be back here for session 10 of season 1 of Vampire the Masquerade Chicago Hidden City. And a little secret for y'all, this is not a 10-session season, y'all. We're going to be running 14, and that's part 1 of season 1. Season 1 has a 3-part act. It's a 3-act season. So we have 14 sessions for this act, and then there will be a break. So we still got a lot more to do before we have a break here. And y'all, take care of yourselves. Thank you for joining us, but make sure you're taking care of yourselves, that you're doing your self-care, that you're talking to your support network if you need help, that if you are in crisis, you reach out and get the help you need. Right now in chat, I'm posting it. There we go. If you are currently in crisis right now in chat, there is a group of organizations listed that have numbers that you can call or text 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you are not in the US or you are watching us on YouTube and cannot see the list in Twitch chat, you can go to findahelpline.com. If you go to that site, it covers over 140 countries. You can search by your location and find the crisis support resources available to you in your area. Please get the help you need. We want you around a long time. And I, Mama, am a registered nurse. unlike Taylor, I'm really not a monster in real life. I want you to not only take care of your mental well-being, but also I want you to take care of your physical well-being. Make sure that you get your vaccines. Please get your flu shot. Please get your COVID booster or your COVID shot if you have not gotten yet. They have updated the formulation so that it is more effective against the current strain of COVID that is hospitalizing people and making people super sick. So please get the vaccines. Also, get any other vaccines you're out of date on, okay? There's no reason for pertussis to be making outbreaks, no reason for fucking polio to be at risk of new outbreaks. For real? For real. Let's fucking end these goddamn preventable diseases, please. Please. And also, y'all, election day is Tuesday. Junie, you need to get that in.
It is in. This is just the envelope,
Okay,
man.
okay.
Hold on. Just so y'all know.
It's empty.
That ballot was mailed 3 weeks ago.
Awesome. She
This is
voted.
just the-
I voted.
This is just the envelope.
Yeah. Make sure you fucking vote. Please, please, please. If you are in Virginia, they were purging fucking voter rolls. You can do same day registration the day of the election. Please go there, register, get a provisional ballot. If you are in the fucking line at a polling place on election day and they try to tell you you can't fucking vote, you tell them to give you a provisional ballot, which is by law they have to. Do not let anyone tell you that you can't fucking vote if you are a registered voter. Okay? Fucking vote. And seriously, fucking vote blue, because goddamn, we can't do another term under Trump. We cannot have the GOP controlling our house and not able to fucking agree on a budget. We cannot have more rights rolled the fuck back. It is ridiculous that people have to vote for constitutional amendments in their states just to have reproductive fucking access. It's a human goddamn right that's been rolled back. Vote blue. Said with love. Y'all have an excellent night.